Some runners chase finish lines, others chase freedom. And then there are those like Derrick Song chasing something bigger. A 6-star medal, 7 continents, that elusive sub 3:30 marathon. Wow. And somehow he's doing it all while juggling 2 to 4 jobs. He's filming his running journey and still showing up with a smile.
How do you know that?
Well, we don't know that, but I know it personally because I've met him, and this man is just happy.
Is it because he's done running and he's happy he's done running?
Today's guest is what happens when tech world hustle collides with marathon grit. He's a runner, a content creator, and the kind of person who trains 5 days a week and might sneak in a run on his rest day. Don't tell his coach. From Rio to London, from beach runs with a buzz to corporate boardrooms and back, this is the story of a guy who made running a lifestyle worth documenting. Cue that intro music.
Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy the lie.
Welcome back to the Ostrich Running Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Miraz, and with me, as always, Jarrett, the Juice, Horton. All right.
Let's go.
Well, today's guest is proof that you can have multiple jobs, big goals,
Which
and
is
still find time.
Crazy to me.
It is crazy. To throw on some AirPods and hit the pavement. He's a corporate tech guy by day, a marathon junkie by, well, also by day, and a content creator who somehow makes this grind look so cool. He's on a mission to run marathons on all 7 continents and snag that elusive 6-star medal. And he's already crushed a 3:36 in London. And spoiler alert, he did it after hiring a running coach and filming half the journey like a Netflix documentary.
Wow. What is that, 8 minutes a mile?
Something about there.
Wow.
We'll get into it. We'll ask him. So did I also mention that sometimes he runs on his rest days just for fun? Don't tell his coach. Please welcome to the show the man behind Derrick versus the World, Derrick Song. Welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself to our guest. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everybody. My name is Derrick Song. I'm a decade-long corporate cybersecurity guy, and I love running.
Heck yeah, man.
Wow.
Well, welcome, man. We really are excited to have you on here. How many jobs are you working today?
I got a good corporate job. I'm a director for Sony. I do security engineering with them. But a lot of people that are really experienced cybersecurity practitioners very often have their own companies that they contract out of. And so I usually have some number of people interested in working with me. And as long as I can fit it into my schedule and not interfere with my main corporate job, there's always a couple contracts going
Little
here.
side hustles going on.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Offline after we finish this, he might pick your brain for some tips on
I could
how
use
to
that Sony discount on cameras too.
Yeah, can we go ahead and use it for that, man? Oh man, that's awesome though, man. It's so cool that we meet a lot of people, right? And people that I follow, right? You see so much running content, but you forget that there's a whole nother life outside, right?
Yeah.
There is, I see people who are running ultras, who are running marathons, and then there's a post where they're washing windows, they're driving the UPS truck, and a lot of people who are doing incredible things like yourself, running these vast distances. We have lives outside.
Yeah, you
of this.
forget that. You almost think they're doing it full time or something.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Takes 4 hours out of your day every single day to run,
which is tough, man.
Or weights.
Yeah, it's wild. So, how did running first enter your life, and what made you stick with it?
Oh, I got a very classic running, I guess, starting point. Bad breakup.
Oh yeah, see,
I used to be engaged actually once upon a time.
Oh man, no way.
I was engaged. I had been with that girl for just shy of 10 years.
Wow.
And so I thought she was the one, and it didn't work out that way. And
so you get hit with that emotional, like the change. I mean, that's a huge life changing moment, right?
Yeah, it's a traumatic.
Yeah. So you found
experience.
it was just an outlet for you, just to kind of get out of your own headspace?
Yeah, the whole not getting married thing flipped my whole world upside down. So I needed something, I was like lost. What I tell people is it's like the middle of the movie Forrest Gump. There's a part where
We just talking about today.
Yeah. So Jenny in the middle of the movie finds Forrest, and he's like in love with her, and he's like, finally, I got the girl, and it's great. And then she like dips out in the middle of the night, and he just wakes up, and he's like, what do I do? And he just goes and he runs with like no goal. He just runs to like one end of the country and then back, and it was my Forrest Gump era.
Yeah. To all you Jennies out there, thanks for fueling our fire to make us go run. And also,
yeah, screw you.
Oh, man.
So did you run did you run a super long distance at first, or did you start off running
I swear I picked a direction. I left my house, I picked a direction, and I just ran. I had no goal, no time, no nothing. I just said, I'm going to run until I don't feel like it anymore. And that ended up being like, I don't know, maybe like a little over an hour, which at the time I hadn't run for like, I don't know, 20 years or something. Like I was not really a runner. So that really was just a run until you figure it out. And then, I don't know, I found myself at like somewhere at the beach, and I just like looked around. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go home now.
I think I'll go home now.
Were you an athlete before? Like, how did you know running would be an outlet for you, maybe, or you didn't even think about it like that?
It was the internal born to run.
Yeah, maybe
him.
you might. be right.
No. My dad was always kind of a casual runner. He'd like, Saturday mornings before church, he'd say, "Let's go run in the morning for like 30 minutes or something." And my dad's a big influence. Actually, he ran. In his late 40s, he ran the LA Marathon 5 years in a row out of nowhere.
Right.
What?
Like that he doesn't really run like that. He's not like a week, like runs 5 times a week kind of guy.
Yeah.
He just did it to prove something. And everybody, like growing up, everybody knew that he did that. And it was like, plaques on the wall.
Yeah.
And it was just this like, big deal. And I always wanted to like follow in his footsteps and like, uphold the legacy a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's amazing. So for you on that run, did you go through kind of like, so you end up at the beach and you stopped running. Was there kind of like this spiritual awakening for you that occurred during that moment? Or was it just, okay, I'm going to turn around and then go back and just go home and figure something else out?
I didn't know what I was going to get out of it. I was just trying to get out of my head and do something, because you can't just like, you can't move on just sitting at home sulking,
True. Right.
So no, I mean, that first run, I don't think there was like any epiphanies or big moments, but I felt better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Felt good getting outside, getting some air, just using my body, doing something. And at the time I was kind of out of shape, kind of chubby. So that was big for me, and I was like, I should do this more often. And that's how it all started.
Wow. It's like kind of a small moment where you just were like, well, that felt okay. So then when was the moment that you realized like running had become more than just an escape? What was that moment that clicked for you?
Well, first I was pretty disappointed with my body.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what sparked mine too, to be honest. I had a picture of me jumping in a pool around COVID time, and, a year or two into sobriety, I'd packed on some weight, man. And that was my spark too. It was a culmination of a lot of things. Mental, I needed that escape, but for the physical portion, I looked at that picture and I was like, oh, I think I need to do something about this, because I'm actually getting kind of big.
Right.
Guys, I couldn't go more than like 15 minutes without getting seriously winded. Because I was like, okay, let's do this twice a week, something like that. And I would just see how far I could go. And it was about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. And I'd be pretty destroyed after. And I mean, first I was like, we can do better than this. For sure we can do better than this. I've been in better shape in my life. Mm-hmm. And then once I got a little bit better at it, I go, you know what? I hit my first like 5 miler, and I said, I think this is the year I finally run an LA marathon and like uphold my dad's legacy. Cause it was on the to-do for like a decade, and I just like never got around to it.
Oh man.
Do you have an idea how long that first run was? Like that you ran to the beach?
Probably like, I'd say 4 or 5 miles, something like that.
4 or 5 miles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. And then, so you're saying like over an hour, and now where you're at now is crazy.
Right,
Because
right.
You've seen these videos, man. So explain to me a little bit more. A lot of people don't, well, there's people who do know you because I share a lot of your stuff here, but what is Mission 330? What is that? If you can explain to our listeners.
Mission 330 is the story of a corporate guy who started running and just ran to be healthy for years. And one day he stopped and said, like, what is possible? Like, I'm done being chill. I'm done hiding behind just being casual and saying, I just do this for fun and I just do this to be healthy. That was the beginning of me trying to figure out, like, what am I capable of?
Wow. Yeah. And then what have you seen come from that intentional decision to say, I'm taking this seriously? Where have you seen growths in your own personal life come out of this?
Well, you'll like this one. I am practicing sobriety about a month and a half now.
Now you're talking Nick's language.
But yeah, it's, I surprised myself.
Yeah.
I surprised myself. I was really shocked at like how good I can get and how much progress there was to make. And like with most things, once you go down that path and you make some serious strides, you realize the whole world opens up.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh my gosh, this isn't actually how good I can get. This is just showing me that it's possible for me to go down this journey to really find that out. And even this, the season after, which I'm calling Chasing Chicago, I've gotten even better. It's week 8 and I'm probably where I was in week 13 last season, and I'm just hitting halfway. So it's just begun this journey of being more aggressive and more intentional about how I maintain my body. If you asked me, 5 years ago, can you imagine training 6 days a week, weightlifting twice a week for like an hour and a half at a time, and just, I work so damn hard. I'm like hitting overtraining limits. I got my coach telling me to chill out.
Right. Nick too.
Oh man.
Is that when that first run happened 5 years ago?
Yeah.
About 5 years. Everybody right around COVID made a huge change.
There was a huge, I'm not going to get spiritual with it, but there was a huge energy shift in the entire world that had taken place. And
like, what am I doing?
Yeah, we all took this moment, right? Like where it was like we were unplugged from this,
Matrix.
This whole hamster wheel, right? Of mundane, going into the office, coming back home, going to the office, coming back home, going to the office. It basically shocked the world into like, hey, just pay attention for a second, right? And I'm seeing so many people go through this journey, right? And whether it's running or whatever hobbies that you do, but obviously it resonates with us because runners is my world, right? Mm-hmm. But I think we've all kind of found this way to challenge ourselves. I think we're all seeking challenge, right? To no longer be comfortable. And I think you were kind of alluding to that, right? When you said Mission 330 was something that, gave you an opportunity to push yourself beyond what you thought you were capable. So now you're chasing marathons on all 7 continents, right? Why that goal?
Well, they say, someone's gone through a bad breakup if they want to run a marathon. So you can only imagine how bad my breakup was if I wanted to run on all 7 continents.
Right. Which ones have you hit already?
Continents?
Yeah.
I got Europe. I got North America. I've got South America. I've got Australia or Oceania.
Okay.
I think those are the 4.
Okay.
I'm locked in for Tokyo next spring. Yeah. So that'll be number 5.
I love that place.
I'm planning on hitting Johannesburg and doing a trail running marathon shortly after that. So that'll be 6. And then it's just Antarctica after that.
Right. You need to go to the Antarctica with them.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I would love to. That would be so awesome. I can't wait to see what the training looks like for that. But I mean,
an ostrich running in Africa, that would be sick.
There we go. He would, yeah. You want me to go over there and do some persistence hunting, right?
Yeah.
So, what have you learned? Were you a world traveler before any of this, or were you nothing? No. So these marathons were your first time traveling outside of the country?
Not my first, but I mean, I wasn't a frequent world traveler. I'd probably left the country, 2-3 times here and there for one reason or another. Yeah. But ever since I ran the Berlin Marathon, man, I started flying like maybe 10 to 15 times a year. It felt like I was going on a flight like every damn month.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then, so what was it like going to another country with the intent to run, and what was that world like? Do you notice differences in like the vibe of different marathons, or do you get like a similar eclectic feeling that you get in different parts of the world? Or, is Berlin running different from London running? What is that like?
I would say, especially with the world majors, the crowd feels kind of the same, like similar. Like it's the same demographic of crazies that are just
right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Going from place to place, right? But I will say that I'm never vacationing another way anymore.
Oh, wow.
The experience of, what do people normally do on a vacation? You land, you go sightseeing, you line up some nice restaurants to go to. Maybe you go on a hike or walk around a certain area. I'm seeing every city I visit 26 miles on foot.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I agree. I resonate with that so much.
Yeah,
because
you run on cruise boats.
Yeah. When my wife and we went to Italy, right? I woke up before, I'm like, hey, just hang out. I kind of want to run. And I was out before the country woke up, and I'm just cruising around, man. And there's something just the vibe, right? And you're just looking at these sunsets or like sunrises, and like you see the life before it wakes up, and you're going around, and it's just a completely different vibe, almost like your self-guided tour. And even when I was in the Navy and I was doing world traveling, right, I had a different intent when I'd go. I was partying, I was doing whatever. I had always like regretted not doing as much sightseeing as I probably should have, but I was a young kid who was just like, let's turn up over here and let's, destroy this place. And, as I got older, I'm like, God, I wish I would have went through and done some more sightseeing. And we'd had, exactly like you mentioned, some sightseeing stuff lined up, went to the nice restaurants, but man, being solo, running around
in the morning,
it was great. We went to Mexico last year with the family, and again, I did the same thing. Let me go while everybody's still asleep, and I'm running the city before anybody wakes up. And it's just such a cool experience to be able to bring in and take in the vibe of a different place.
Can you get that same feeling running just a mile in the morning? If I just ran a mile, because I'm not running.
Like, are you going to run a mile in like Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to start somewhere, and you might even go a little bit further. Who knows?
That's true.
But I think it's so great. Yeah. So if you could only pick one dream location,
because he ran in Brazil, right? Like,
yeah, he did Rio. I mean, I would love
Rio. That's my favorite so far. My favorite so far. I'll tell you why it's my favorite. The people there. And not just like they're cool. It's their culture is an active culture. Europeans will make jokes about America and how we're like, our food's bad and we're fat and lazy and like all that, right? Yep. No one's saying that about Brazil. Yeah. They're not. Those people they're outdoors, they're fit, they're active. Their sense of what a good life is different. It involves, having a beautiful body, being in super good shape, being outdoors, in using the body. And so when the Brazilians see something like a marathon, I could tell that the people on the sidelines, they connected with how awesome running a marathon was on a totally different level than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
It felt like they knew. They're like, dude, this rules. This like random looking Asian guy is in our country, like running a zillion miles. Like it's not even a major. And I'm telling you, there were like people on the sidelines, like jumping onto the course and like flexing at me and screaming at me when I looked like I was slowing down. And it was just it was powerful.
so awesome.
Just like hyped you up. You're like, oh my God.
You could even see when they go to the beach, they don't even go to the beach to enjoy a lot of them. They're playing soccer and like, juggling a soccer ball.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay. So Rio's your favorite.
Yeah.
One place that you haven't been, where would you like to go and why?
So I was thinking about this. I'm going to deviate from the answer I gave you earlier.
Perfect.
Norway. I want to do a trail race through mountains in Norway because they got races like that over there. And there's something, you got me on trail running, man. There's something about it. It's different. And that feeling of like getting to the top, getting to the ridge of the mountain and running along that spine, and there's nothing between you and like the sky and just like the world.
That does sound amazing.
I mean, isn't it cool? Like when you get up there and you're like, most people aren't even making it up here to see this view. Right. This is crazy because it takes like a full day. Like say you're going to hike this stuff, right? You're looking at 8 to 10 hours, right? Just to do the up and back, right?
And you guys are doing it in like an hour.
No, like 4 hours, of just running. And I just think something's beautiful about it, where you can just feel, I don't want to say like I started running to isolate myself, but there was some, we say we run to take a little break from the kids and the chaoticness at home, right?
Just quiets the brain.
Yeah,
right?
It quiets the brain and just, you have this moment of clarity and appreciation for the world around you, the earth, and what you can just experience in this moment. Road, I love road though. Like because I'm a city guy too. I love the city, but trails, man. I mean, it's just a different vibe and a different experience and a different set of appreciation. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. Norway, they got some cold weather, some sheer cliffs out there. That will be a challenging one, but I think that's exciting. So
did you say you ran in Sweden too, or
no? That was
not yet.
Right.
Yep. Okay, so back to Mission 330, right?
Yeah.
I want people who are listening to
before we get into that, let me ask, do you prefer city running or you actually prefer, because you said you're a city guy, so just different?
They're different. I mean, they both make you feel like a beast, like a warrior in a different way. When you're on the trail, it's like you're one with nature, and it's really humbling to just, there's no barriers between you and like reality. There's no society, there's no buildings, there's none of this crap. It's just you in the world raw, which is awesome. Yeah. Running where you're in these spaces where it's flat, it's paved, it's nice, and you can max out on speed. You're pushing the limits of what your body can do speed wise. And so that feeling of like just sending it with my body, hitting my max speed and then smashing the gas pedal some more and finding, it's like you finding out what you're made of in that way. Yeah. And so it's, especially lately, it's been very exciting for me to be pushing the speed and then pushing some more and then like finding the limit and then smashing that too.
Yeah. Right. Have you noticed an improvement in your road pace as you've incorporated more trail work?
I've only gone on maybe like 4 good trail runs so far.
Okay.
And I don't want to get too much into it right now, but basically I found out I'm overtraining. I'm underfueling. I'm not getting enough sleep. So we're fixing that. We're working on that. But
I mean, you have 4 jobs and a big career, so it's crazy that you have so much on your plate and you're still running.
And you're still finding time to run and work out.
Yeah, it makes sense, man.
Yeah, but give me about 3 weeks to to optimize the lifestyle some more, and then I'll know. But it does feel like it's going to make me stronger, just cardio wise, and I'm sure different leg muscles are being worked, and most importantly, mentally. Like it challenges you, climbing hills can suck.
It does, dude.
But yeah, let's get into Mission 330. I know you want.
Yeah. So Mission 330, I want our listeners, I don't want to give away too much. I know we already have the first Mission 330, right? I think all of our listeners, it would be highly beneficial and entertaining to go back into your old posts and watch this journey, right? I think it was such a great, like, stylistic approach that you took to that whole Mission 330, and it's why I loved your content so much. So we go, that's that first, I want to call it season 1 of Mission 330, right? Yeah. London, right? So if you have an opportunity to go back to, I'll link Derrick's page and profile in there so you guys can just watch it. It's just so great. So you go in and you decide to hire a running coach, right? And you go with the goal of a mission to run the London Marathon in 3:30. How did that happen? What was the outcome? What was that experience like? Yeah,
so I actually didn't decide to hire a run coach like directly. What happened was I went to the New York City Marathon because I'm doing the World Major thing, and I went to go visit, a random run club's shakeout run, which is what I do when I go anywhere for a marathon. I just find a local run club and go meet the people, right?
That's so cool.
And I found the New York Running Club, great club, and it turns out that club is, a lot of them are clients of these 2 run coaches. One of them is like, one of the founding members of that club. And so I go join the club, I meet them, they're really cool. And then at the end, we're just chopping it up. And the person I'm talking to, she's like, I'm a run coach. And her like sponsoring run coach, who's her mentor, is also there. And I was like, I've been thinking about hiring a run coach for a while. I don't really know how it works. I don't know what they're going to tell me. I'm just kind of like dipping my toes into the idea. And then my coach, Leah, her mentor, kind of like hears me talking, looks at me, looks at her, looks at me, and she just kind of nudges me towards. It's like, I think she was looking for more clients. Yeah. I'm saying this, and she's like, you two talk. Yeah. And I met with her online. I did a Zoom call. I actually said no, thank you the first time. I was just like, thank you for the information. But I ended up going with her, and I said, you seem really nice. Why not? Let's try it. And because I got her, and because I was just trying that out, then I realized, this is the time. If I'm ever going to like really get serious, no more excuses, no more, I didn't make this run because I was busy, no more like I'm going light on the weights because I don't want to get injured. None of that. I got someone watching me now. Let's do this. Like no excuses. And with that, I also was like, well, if I'm going to really do it like that, and now I got professional help, let's record it. Let's really I had documented some videos of the New York training season, but this time I'm like, let's go full Truman Show. Let's go like give the viewers an experience. I'm an experienced runner, but I've never gotten a coach. So I want everyone watching to see this is what it looks like when you take someone casual and they really decide to get serious, spare no expense.
This is what it takes.
Yeah. And I showed everything. I showed as much as I could, it was beautiful. Every run, every workout. I didn't I'm not editing any of this to look good. I'm doing this to show people this is what she's having me do. These are the workouts. This is how frequent it is. This is where I went to do it. This is how I feel during it. Yeah. And I don't know. I kind of fell in love with the content, the season content as I was making it.
Yeah, it evolved so well over time, and you could see the click in the passion, much like the running. It all came together, right? And that's how I found you, was through this content. And it was just so great to see somebody like myself, right? Because I think at the same time, we both decided to make, we don't know each other. We didn't know each other. And, around that same time, we both decided to take it seriously, right? And taking it seriously doesn't mean like, oh, I want to win these races, right? I want to do this, but like something clicks. Yeah, right. I just wanted to take myself and this journey seriously. I had failed a few runs. I would like to think that I put my training in and I did as much research as I could, but something changed for me getting a coach by investing in myself, that I took a whole different view on the whole entire running world, right? So I tracked everything, my data, right? When before I had to coach, it was sporadic. It was things were up and down. When I had my coach, structured growth kept going. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here and I'm, doing things like that. It was great. So how did it change for you?
Very similar. There's a world of difference between training with intention versus not, training with discipline versus not. Having a structure changed everything. Like you said, my mileage was all over the place. I followed plans before, but without supervision, you know what I'm saying? Like no one's policing my paces. No one's teaching me the finer details of what to notice in terms of like what workouts to skip or should you skip or how to handle rest and things like that.
Yeah.
I want to say this about Mission 330. This just came to me right now. Sometimes people say something like, people are scared to see what they're capable of.
Yeah.
It's actually scary.
Yeah.
I said this in one of the videos because if you really go all in and you try your hardest and then what happens sucks, it's like getting rejected, right? Like you don't even want to hit on the girl. Then there's no hiding from the fact like she said no, or in this case it's like my body's not that great. I'm not athletic. I'm not fast. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so like. That's what Mission 330 was too, was me not being scared about, not being fast or not being able to do whatever. It's just, I'm just going to try.
Well, Nick, you talk about that all the time. When you ran your first marathon, right? You wanted to do it by yourself because you didn't want people to. Yeah,
I had the fear of external rejection or embarrassment, I think.
Exactly.
And I was like, let me just do this on my own before. I don't want to publicly fail,
Right.
Like we kind of have these reservations, right, that go through. And
because you ran a marathon before running the actual marathon because you didn't want to go out there and fail, right?
The week before.
This is why Mission 330 was scary, because this is a dude, I'm calling my shot.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the season, I'm like 330, baby. Like I put all the pressure on me. I welcomed it. I told my mom, I said, mark my words, in 4.5 months, we are going to get 330.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah. What was your dad's time? Do you know? Do you remember?
I mean, I don't think he ever broke like 430.
No, but I mean,
but
still.
So you're already there, bringing a legacy and bringing a whole nother level. But like back to that, calling your shot, right? It's like dribbling on the court, right? And you're being guarded by or you're like with Steph Curry, and you just like so confidently just go, here we go, 3, and not in front of him. And then what happens? And here we are. We see this shot called, right? And I don't know, because it's kind of season 1, spoiler alert, right? For anybody who wants to go back, 3:36. What did that feel like? Dude, and let me say this, 3:36, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It crushed me, man. I was invested, and that's what this series did for me too. I was invested, right? Please.
It was emotionally challenging for sure. Like I'll tell you, I was cramping from mile 18, and for the first time out of every marathon I ever ran, I ran through that shit. I didn't stop for a second. I didn't stretch it. I didn't massage it. I didn't reload electrolytes. No, I ran straight through. I was like cramping in the left leg, figured out how to run less on the left leg, started cramping in the right, figured out how to run on the left, both legs started cramping. And all I could think about was everything I told to people, my supporters, saying, when this day comes, I'm sending it, no excuses. Yeah. And so I just pushed through, and I can tell you I gave it everything I had.
That's the beauty of it.
I mean, what an amazing story of taking just accountability maybe in everything in your life, I mean, I'm sure what was going through your mind, was it just life, the running, to anything? Were you just in this, what we call a pain cave, right? And how cathartic was that for you coming out on the other end? I know it was bittersweet, but what a performance, man. What a performance.
The pain cave was easy. Because normally the pain cave is like, it hurts, but how do I get through? Mm-hmm. On that particular run, the pain cave didn't exist, because I had so much spirit and energy, because I was so committed to it. And all I could think about was looking down at the watch, and I knew I wasn't going to make it with 5-6 miles to go. I was like, it's not possible, right? It's not possible to make up the 6 minutes. So even though I knew I was going to be close, I had to sort of come to grips with what was happening as I was finishing the last quarter. And I still sent it anyway.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say is you still sent that thing, man. Like,
that's the beauty of this story.
Yeah. Because and most people are like, I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to walk this out and then 4 hours, whatever. But
some people would even lie. I mean,
dude, like, that's the other thing, right? Like, I was going to hit it.
Right.
But this cramp just took me out. Like, no, man, not once did I see that come from you. It was like I gave it everything I had and I went down and it came to the wire. But you know what? Here he is again.
Right.
Season 2. We're not calling it what it is, but there is a greater thing. And I want to explore, this next season, as I like to call it, because to me, it feels like a documentary, a show. You end that. The goal wasn't hit. What did you take from that, though?
I mean, what an amazing story. Now you get to see how he gets up from that.
Exactly. Right. That's what I said, right?
So what I learned from that is, as good as goals are, you can't get married to them. And that's a life lesson too, for sure. Is it's great to want things, but if you ever want it so bad that it crushes you if you don't get it, that's a sin too.
Yeah.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was deep right there,
man.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was emotionally challenging. I'm telling you, the minute after I finished that race, my phone is blowing up. There are so many people like yourself that were emotionally invested, and they were tracking me through the race. And no one said, "Oh my God, you didn't make it." Everyone was like, "Dude, you killed it," right? I'm getting love poured on me from the internet, phone calls, FaceTimes, texts, all that. And I'm sitting there like Kobe with his championship trophy looking sad. I'm just looking down at my time like,
the mission isn't done.
I'll, in my mind, I'm not going to get into the details, but it wasn't a perfect race for me. And so I felt that I was in shape for 3:30, but it didn't happen. And so I was really just struggling with this juxtaposition of internally being tough on myself while the world pours love onto me. And I didn't know how to feel.
Yeah. I relate with that because I had that similar goal with the first 100-mile attempt that I had. It just didn't work. Short and sweet is I didn't do it. I didn't complete my goal that I set out to do, that I really, and I love that you said you can't be married to these goals, right? But I was married to that goal, right? And 62 miles, the furthest I'd ever gone.
Right,
and
which is crazy. You had never finished a 50 before this, right?
I'd finished 50s.
You did?
Yeah, but 62 miles, 100K was the furthest I'd ever gone, right? That's a 100K race. People are like, oh my God, I did a 100K, right? I'm sitting there so freaking depressed, dude. And
for weeks.
Yeah, for weeks, man. And, I had Jarrett. He's like, dude, you don't understand what you did. Like just a couple years ago.
You ran 60 miles.
And I'm like, yes, thank you for the support. My wife was like, you did it. You went out there. So much. I relate to it so much because it's so great and it's not appreciated. And I loved it. And it really brought me up. Right. And it felt good getting that support. And I am so grateful to have good people in my life to, reach out and say, great job. Not once did they say, oh, you didn't do it. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the thought of ourselves, because we shoot our shot, it hurt. It hurt bad.
Yeah.
And, I'm here. I'm ready to try this again this year. Redemption, we'll see what the body does. I mean, again, these races, a lot of people don't realize that sometimes there's things out of your control. So
and
we'll
how much
see.
better are you going to be because you failed that time?
Well,
how much more are you training? How much more?
So I want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of time to reflect on Mission 330 and what happened. And I think that if I had hit it, the way I think of it is I would have been drunk on confidence. I would have been drunk on power. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I might have become like an insufferable asshole and like gone down that path. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's powerful. Like I called it. I trained. I did it, like I'm the man.
Right.
But the humbling, I think in the long run, being humbled by it was a better ending than actually hitting it.
I agree. Yeah. I agree so much because yeah, who knows where I would be at right now, because I'm training so much harder. I'm sticking to it. It sparked me getting a coach, to be honest. Failing that first one, that's why I got a coach specifically. And man, I think it's so true. Just drunk off your own supply. Just
so many more people are going to be invested in Derrick because now we get to see a season too.
And I can't wait, So, so you kind of mentioned that running is your 1A, 1B in life. What does that look like in practice? Like, what do you do on the days where the motivation isn't there?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, like, I unfortunately I went through another breakup a couple months back, and that relationship was serious. So I got that fresh breakup fuel for running. This is right now in my life, besides work, this is all I have. And so I'm married to the game now.
Heck yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when he has time to date.
Yeah, dude.
Well, the short of it is right now I don't. Between work and not just running, but taking it to this next level means it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not just getting the runs in. It's not just getting the lifts in. It's sleeping enough. It's eating right. It's just mentally accepting all the responsibilities of this. It's like being a warrior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, healing. No one talks about the healing process after you're done, right?
Bro, it ain't easy to run like 7-minute mile paces. We're talking. This is speed. Like I hear the wind like howling past me because I'm running so damn fast.
Yeah,
right.
And so it's really challenging my body in a good way, and it's nice to do something that's genuinely physically difficult and limit testing because it forces me to eliminate all the other junk.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
How did you change your diet? Because I can't get this man to change his diet. So yeah,
I'm in the middle of doing it right now, and I'll tell you, if you don't change your diet, you will, like, reality will tell you. Because last Tuesday, my speed workout, I was like pushing to like 750 minutes a mile on like a 2-mile interval, and I'm like right there, and in my mind, I'm slamming the gas pedal. Yeah. And I get to the peak speed that I can hold. And then in my mind, I press the gas pedal harder. And for the first time, my muscles just didn't respond. Like I just didn't have anything left. And I went home and I thought about it for a couple of days, and I realized, like, gotta eat more protein, gotta sleep more. Like your body will find limits.
I mean, this guy is a beast because I swear, he pounds some fried chicken.
By the way, I'm going to cut out that part where you said, if you don't change your diet from this interview.
I've seen the work that you do. So you know that, like, nutrition is part of the formula, and you cannot deny it.
You can't.
Yeah. 100%.
I know. And that's the thing I tell myself every day, that I'm right after a whole fried chicken.
Show him what's over there.
I have a box of In-N-Out that I'm about to eat after this.
You still have to run today? Or
no run today. I get a rest day today. And just tomorrow's a long run. But we'll see what this In-N-Out does for my 3-hour, 30-minute long run tomorrow.
Whatever that In-N-Out does to your body will be vaporized within like 40 minutes of your run.
Let's go. You hear that?
Yeah.
Vaporize. But you're 100% correct though. All jokes aside, I understand that I'm limiting my full potential by not taking that next step into the sacrifice that needs to be made to get to that next level, right? Mm-hmm. Which we'll see what happens, Do
you have cheat days with your diet, Derrick, or do you like?
I've been eating pretty clean for a couple of years. So, my cheat looks like ice cream, more or less.
Okay.
And it's not even like a whole day or a whole meal. It's just I'll allow myself to eat foods that I don't normally eat.
Right.
Can I also say this real quick?
Yeah.
If you don't continue life as a content creator of running, please start a food channel, because all the food that you make looks so good, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy, dude,
it's like a chef.
Dude, just straight up like chef work, man. It's beautiful. So it's great.
Like to cook. I can cook a couple things.
Yeah.
I think more than a couple things. Yeah. It looks really great, man. I love it. I mean,
is it a lot of seafood or?
I've probably put on my page recently like like braised meats or like a fried rice, or I'll be grilling up
I love
steak.
fried rice.
I handled the 4th of July for my family. No, it's just I try to cook clean, healthy foods, but I can do like I can pretty much cook anything. But I usually do like Korean, American, Mexican, Italian, whatever.
Yeah, no, it looks great. I mean, you make it look enjoyable, like especially such a clean eating, and you played it very well. It makes me hungry every time I see you have some food on there, and I think I should probably be eating better, but you know. So now we're going down. We're getting towards the end of this. I want to talk a little bit about Chicago Marathon.
Yeah.
Why Chicago Marathon? What does it mean to you? I mean, that is I
ran the Chicago Half Marathon.
It's a place for the runners.
Yeah,
you know.
Nice.
What are you excited about? And yeah, what are you excited about?
Well, Chicago is specifically because it's a world major,
Yep.
and that's on the agenda. You know, the only reason I didn't call this season 330 Reloaded was because I'm not trying to get married to the goal again.
I love it.
That being said, I guess it's not a secret if I tell y'all, this is about time. I want revenge. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I've learned from many mistakes in London. My training with the coach has gone to the next level in this season. I'm not trying to call out numbers like I did last time,
Yep.
but y'all are about to find out what happens in Chicago.
Heck yeah. I can't wait, man. I'm excited. And, you know, you're also working for a great charity, Special Children's Charities in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, what sparked that? Any connection with that? Or, you know, what was going through your mind when you decided to represent them for your fundraising?
Yeah, you always got to pick a charity if you're trying to run in one of the majors and go in that way. And I wanted to pick something that connects with me. I have an autistic niece. Her name is Jordan, and man, watching my sister and her husband raise Jordan the last couple of years has been very eye-opening for me. It's a topic that I never thought about, and yeah, I very genuinely am honored to like get to raise awareness for just that special needs kids exist, and that they could use support more than like regular kids, and it's just not something people would think about. And you know, it really is a situation where I think just raising awareness does help in some way, maybe a ripple effect, just from like maybe someone sees the video and they go, and they think about it, and the next time they go to some PTA meeting, they vote yes on some initiative or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And we love her, and she's the best, and I don't know, that's why I did it, and I'm honored. I had to pick a cause, and
great cause, you know, and that connection, you know, we had, you know, my sister doing the same thing with special needs. My nephew, special needs, cerebral palsy. So like you doing that and your platform is so great because it's reached, like you said, so many people. And, you know, there was, it just touched my mom too, as well. And, you know, seeing him do that kind of brought this community together through runners, right? So this connection where we meet and, you know, we create a relationship, but then everybody that's connected to him is now connected to us. And, you know, it just brought them together, and they see this cause and they go and they donate. And I mean, just running connects so much more beyond just running. And I always think it's just a great thing when everybody goes and, you know, does things.
This community is something else. Yeah.
Yeah. We're always out there supporting each other. We all know that we all know that we're all striving to do something greater for ourselves, but also beyond ourselves, right? There's growth all around, and I love it. You know, I want to be mindful of your time. I know that you have so much work.
I got another question for Derrick, though.
Hold on. Before we go on, hold that thought. I got to say something. So is your mom's name Gary or Jerry?
Jerry. Yep.
Jerry. Shout out next one, Jerry. Her message touched me, like the message she sent in with the donation, it touched me like you wouldn't believe. It was incredible. And I just want to put this out there on the podcast. She wrote something in that message that is my bulletin board fuel for this race. She wrote, "Run for those who can't." I'm telling you, every time I'm in a speed workout right now, I'm in the last rep, I need to find the bottom of the gas tank for that last repetition. That's what I think. I literally say to myself, run for those who can't. And I imagine people who wish they could be doing what I'm doing and they can't. And then I find extra like
strength,
extra gas to just push harder. Oh. And I'm going to be thinking about that during the race.
I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, Mom. Jer Bear. And I think that's beautiful. And thank you for sharing that. That's so good. You were going to ask something.
Are you ever going to, like these crazies, are you ever going to run further than 25 miles? Or are you just going to, or a marathon?
So we have the schedule for the world majors and the continent set until like 2027. I have added my first ultra.
No, Derrick.
Yeah, no. Let's go.
Don't do it.
After we do the continents, after we do the world majors, I am planning on running 60K. In 2028.
You're gonna become these nuts.
We're already a club,
and I keep saying, "Why don't you just run a marathon? Why don't you just run it faster? Be like Derrick." No.
I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'll tell you. After
You're gonna be running hundreds.
Yeah.
After I do the majors and the continents, I'm really looking forward to just running races just to enjoy them instead of trying to hit this like bucket list type of agenda. I want to run like a marathon on the Great Wall of China. That seems cool. And go to Norway and run a mountain marathon or run up Mount Fuji. There's a race for there. And just, it's a beautiful way to experience the world.
Yeah. No, beautiful.
Do you enjoy running? You said that in there. Do you really enjoy it?
I love it, bro. Like
you love it.
It's so crazy because so many runners don't actually like running. Yeah. But when I ran the Big Sur Marathon, there is a 3-mile stretch that's like got a 1,200-foot climb inside of 3 miles. It's the majority of the climb.
It's crazy.
And I was running up it, and everyone around me is hating life. They are hating it. And I would look around, and I would like go to people, and I would say, "It's a mighty fine Sunday we're having this morning, huh?" That's how I feel about running, bro. That's how I feel about running because I only run outside. I only run outdoors. You're using your body. You're being healthy. It's activated. You're in nature. That's what life's all about, and that's really how I feel about it. I see stuff, and I look around and I go, "Man, all y'all who don't know what this is like are missing out."
Yeah. Oh man.
Does your mind go to a peaceful place, or is it like quiet when you're running?
I love music. I love music. Okay. I put on the tunes. I'm jamming out. I'm not like my cadence is determined by the beat. Like half the time. Yeah,
you're right.
I'm just vibing. If you watch my videos, the reason there's always music and it's like cut the way that it is because I'm trying to show the viewers what it felt like to be me on that run.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so great. I mean, all of it together. I can't wait, man. So to wrap it up, Derrick, what advice could you give anybody that's chasing a big goal, but they kind of feel overwhelmed? Do you have any advice for them?
Be gentle on yourself. Find your reason, connect with your reason, and don't force it so hard that you're hating it.
Yeah. Yeah, it should always be enjoyable.
If you're not enjoying it, you're doing it wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah. So just enjoy it, man.
Just enjoy it.
He hates it.
All of it.
But here's the other thing is,
so much.
I think it's just great setting a big goal. I think everybody should set a big goal for themselves. I think it's just important to have a big goal. Just personally,
and it's okay when you don't hit it. That's what I got from today.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
You might have to set a big goal and fail just to learn for yourself why.
Yeah.
But even that part of the journey is like meaningful. Because what else were you going to do? Do the same thing every day and be cool with it? Like, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
If that's what floats your boat and you go through life happy, then great. But I think a lot of people who go through this kind of this you go through life, you do stuff, you try to make some money, you pay your bills, and then one day it's not enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hang out for a bit.
Or if everything could crash, and it's like, how do you deal with that? How do you grow from this, or do you?
Too,
that's what I'm learning from this. And
Yeah.
it's okay, Nick. You set out to run 100, and you ran 60 miles. You ran further than you ever did.
Oh my gosh!
So
job's not finished.
The struggle is the point.
Yes. The struggle is the point.
That's
Beautifully said. Yes, the struggle is the point. Beautifully said, Derrick.
you know what we need to do is put different quotes of the runners. Like,
I know.
Behind.
Everybody says like something great that I really
take away
there.
so much from every single interview.
Yeah. Hang out for a couple minutes. Let me close the show out.
It's okay to fail, Jarrett.
Yeah.
As
So
long as you get up.
that's another episode. It just never ceases to amaze me.
All you runners are amazing. Like,
Just
seriously.
no matter what, man. I mean, what I
There's something
learned
deep.
is, I mean, that quote right there at the end, the struggle is the point. I love that, people are out there pushing out of their comfort zone. And sometimes you don't always have that fairy tale ending. And that is a beautiful thing.
Right.
It is a beautiful thing to not have what you wanted and expected to be the outcome.
It's the journey.
It's that journey.
It's the journey.
So
It's
crazy,
not
man.
reaching the goal.
Reaching the goal.
Like he said, getting to, if he would have finished at 3:30, it would have been,
I love
it
that.
could have been worse.
Yeah, that's it.
Right,
I mean,
right.
for him to even acknowledge that is just, it's great, man. Derrick, we love you. We're gonna post all of these social links on here because I really think people can benefit from watching his journey and continuing to learn and watch his journey from there. But thank you for
I want to see
joining
him
us.
go to all these continents.
Yes, that's another great thing. You can just travel through Derrick himself, right?
Traveling
Let him
with
do
Derrick.
it all.
Traveling and eating with Derrick.
You might have to get a show.
I mean,
on
yeah,
the
for
Travel
sure.
Channel.
Yeah.
Travel Channel, if you're listening, sign Derrick for a show. Travel show running. It's great. Thank you for listening this week.
Have you guys
and
ever
every
ran
week.
together?
No, we are
You guys
going to
live-
get that up. Trust me, we're setting that up.
Yeah,
and that's going to happen very soon. Thank you for listening in week after week. This is the Ostrich Running Podcast. We appreciate your support, your likes, your comments, your messages. Reach out to everybody who's been on our show. We're so grateful for everybody out here supporting this whole movement. Cue that outro music.
Who says you need to fly to reach the top? Keep beating your block till your feet are hot. Get your head out the sand, join the flock. It's okay to run scared, we enjoy it a lot. I'm an odd kid, like an ostrich. I got a pod, kids, here's a topic. Blaze your own trail, don't be cautious. 2 birds, 1 stone's how I rock it. Can't make an omelet without breaking a shell. But the say grew up, now I'm raising hell. Haters gonna hate, yeah, they praying you fail. So put in the work, whether pavement or trail. The greats fell down, but they got to the feet. Run your own race, put this pod on repeat. Shake your tail feather, keep nodding your beaks. Ostrich gang, or you're not my peeps. Who says you need to fly to reach the top?